Yo, are we going live? We going live? We going
The
live?
stream is
We
live in
live. We
effect.
live, baby. Yo, Dwayne was good.
It's good. Happy
Finally
Monday.
here.
Happy Monday. We
Happy
here.
Monday. Hello to the people. I want to welcome everyone to the Stay Tuned show. We are not a podcast. This is the Stay Tuned show. And I want to welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome everyone to Stay Tuned. This is the show where
Welcome.
culture, business, and real life collide. I'm your host, your main boss, and I got my co-host with me, Dwayne Brown. What's good, Dwayne?
What's up? What's up, Jermaine? What's up? I'm here. Look forward to the show. Look forward to connecting with people, building our brands, doing what we got to do as grown men. Big up. Happy holidays.
Big up. I like that. Big up. You got anything you want to say to the people real quick before we get started?
Nope. This is that time of year, December, last quarter. All my business people, focus in, get ready for the new year, and let's give the next 2 weeks the best love and enjoyment that you can have over the next 2 weeks. Close out the year in a good way so you can start the year in a good way.
Facts. Like you said, this is the last quarter, so this is that last moment where you can get it in, you know what I'm saying, to accomplish those goals that you wanted to hit for that new year. So real quick before we get started, I just want to let everybody know, if you don't know, if you've never tuned in, who we are and what is the Stay in Tune podcast, right? So every week we're going to be breaking down AI, business, and the different things that help with the mindset, and we bring it all together. This is not just for the elite. This is for the everyday people looking to win, grow, and to build something that will last, okay? So we just want to give a quick disclaimer before we start, and then we're going to get it going, right? So everything you hear on the Stay in Tune show is for informational and entertainment purposes only. We are only sharing ideas and opinions, and this is not professional advice. Always do your own research and make decisions that fit your life. Now let's get into it and let's stay in tune, people. So,
boom.
Like I said, this show right here, we just want to keep y'all informed with what's going on so that y'all can make better decisions in your lives and also communicate with us so that we can make better decisions. We here as a community and we trying to work together. You see what I'm saying?
Basically.
So we got a couple of topics we're going to talk about today. Before I go into those topics, I just want to let anybody know, if you're looking for any type of branded services, custom clothing, printing, graphics, website design, any of those type of things where you're trying to promote your brand or your business, you can go to our website at www.digiprintmv.com. That's digiprintmv.com, and that's where you can get all your promotional and branding services. And if you're looking for any type of event planning, you're looking for an event space to throw, talking about something extravagant, you're trying to really put your brand out there, or you trying to throw a lit party, or you just trying to fellowship with friends, or you trying to build with your community, whatever you're trying to do. If you need an event space, you need someone to set that event up, make sure you hit up DK Events. And I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. When I'm talking about quality, superb, customer service, and elegance, that's what you need to call. You already know. Those are our two sponsors for today, DigiPrint and DNK Events and Event Space. So let's get into it. So, anything you want to say real quick, Dwayne?
Nah, just back that up, and you have an event this holiday season or next year. I've been doing events for 25 years. I think I'm very ready for the job, any kind of job. So you having an event, think of DNK Events. You having a venue is in Mount Vernon. It's called Double Door Event Space. So hit us up. Now, in today's topic, my friend.
Real quick, before I go into the topic, I just want to touch on your event space real quick, because we don't always give our Black entrepreneurs enough light. So I just want to go over real quick with your event space, because you got a lot going on over there. You know what I'm saying? So first you got the event planning part of it, right? Which is just setting up the event, getting the event prepared for whatever it is that they're trying to do, make it look nice, just to take the work off of the people trying to throw the event, right? Then you got the event space, right? Where people actually come to do the event, right? And you got how many spaces in there? 2 or 3 spaces in there. You got the driveway that people can pull up in the joint. Like, I ain't
so we have four
like that.
4 spaces in the building that we use.
So you have 4 spaces in the building. And what do you call that ramp that people could drive up their cars into the event space?
We don't have an elevator, so we like to call that as access ramp, private access ramp, or, just a way to get to the second floor,
Okay, so that's the second part, people. He has the event planner and event space. Now talk about the bar lounge downstairs, because I just came to an event the other day and you had a really nice space. And I'm talking about space that's bigger than the average bars in the neighborhood. So explain that a little bit.
You know, in business, you over a couple of years, you know, you able to get things. So we opened up a bar division and bar lounge division of double door event space. So now we have a full bar lounge where you can come in, and you know it's a different atmosphere than a regular venue space. So yeah, we're looking forward to having great events in there over the next couple of years to come, starting in
So
January.
if people want to throw an event, they can actually have you plan the event. They can actually do the event at your place and then have the after party all in the same space.
All in the same place, or have you know that kind of party in that space. So you're having a certain birthday party, you can have it in a bar lounge. You know what I mean? So yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
then now we have a restaurant component that we have added to it.
Interesting. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just
So
had to
now we
highlight that real quick, man, because it's not
yeah.
something you usually see in one space. You're talking about a space that you can get everything done. I mean, it's
Hmm.
just amazing. And we're not even
But you know,
talking about this.
yeah,
It's
but I, you know,
beautiful.
also I have 25 years experience in event planning. So I know what I want when it comes to event, and I know the resource I have over 25 years of pulling resources to make things happen, right? So
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, you know, I'm able to put all those pieces together like I wouldn't say a chessboard because different game, but I'm able to put all those, or I put the right pieces together to play a better chess game. You know what I'm saying? So I was
Mm-hmm.
missing a couple of pieces, and as we grow in business, I'm putting them together, and now you know I can play chess with the best of them when it comes to events.
So basically, what you're saying for the people that are trying to keep up, you took the different hardships or the different situations that you learned in the business of 25 years and you incorporated them into your business to make it better.
To make it better, yeah, and more efficient, and have you know I like vertical vertication. You know what I'm saying? I want everything in. I want to be able to have everything in a business in the same, not in the same place, but in the same structure. Because we have an office in White Plains. So I don't need everything in the same place, but I need it under the same umbrella and the same structure.
So, how important would you say it is to be able to control every part of your business versus being able to outsource some of those services? Do you think it's better to outsource, or do you think it's better to have everything in house? For any, at least for the people that are in the event planning business.
So there's three parts to that. You know, if you have the money, it's better to have everything in house to buy everything up front, right? If you don't have the money, it's better to outsource it because you don't have the money to buy the equipment. Because you know, it's not just buying equipment. I still got to pay for staff. I still got to have staff. So you know, it's just different part of the process. And yeah, my 25 years experience is the number one de facto in the situation in my decision. It's 25 years experience. That means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
I just turned 50. So from 23, I would from 22 to 50, I've been doing events. That's hard to match. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mhm.
and can you know me for a long time. I haven't changed. Nothing about me changed. So I've been consistent in who I am. So, you know, that's just a hard thing to match. So, you know, I'd rather have everything under control because, you know, there's more profit is there. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
More control of the situation is there. You know what I'm saying? There's downsides to it. So it's where you are in business. You know what I'm saying? Like at 50, I'm not going to do what works for a 30-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Total
Yeah.
different lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
there's no right or wrong way. It works for you, and this works for me because I you know, over years of experience. Like, do I want to walk? Do I want to have let somebody walk away with funds that you know I can use for my business? You know what I'm saying? To improve my business. So
Mhm.
you know, I'd rather have everything in house. It just works better for me. You know, and that's what
Well,
I've learned over the years. So that's what I've learned. The companies that I work for, because I still ran my business, but I still work for companies, and they had everything in one under umbrella. You know.
house. Mhm. It's funny you say that about your age because I wanted to ask you something. We're going to get into our topic. How important is at your age in business deciding what you're going to do with the income that you make that's coming in from that business? Like, yeah, a lot of us that are in the fields we're entrepreneurs, right? But then you also have people that have regular jobs. You have corporate people. It doesn't really matter what you do, but how important is it to what you do with the money after you make the money? Do you invest it back into the business? Do you invest it in stocks and bonds? Do you just save up all your money for your college, your kids' college tuition? Like, what's your plan on what to do with the funds that you have coming in?
For 25 years, every dollar I made goes right back into making the business bigger and better. I mean, I'm broke because I put all my money back into business and try to get business better. As you can see, right, I could have been happy with upstairs, but now I took on 2 other rooms, right? So that's a big investment, bigger responsibility. So for me, I put all my money back into business to grow the business.
Okay. Well, let me play this clip real quick, and then we'll discuss the clip in with the people and see how they feel about it. Hold on 1 second.
See how they feel. Run it.
Right.
And so we have a percentage of how you should break it down. Ideally, right? This isn't for everybody, but if we want to create that wealth, we start with our spending, which is the biggest part of our allocation, which is about 55%. And that's not frivolous spending. That's mortgage, that's your rent, your bills, all these things that add up that you're going to have to pay. The next part is 20% is investing, right? A lot of people leave that out of their budget, but it's the most important thing. We know that you can't save your way to wealth, so you're going to have to invest it. The next thing is saving, right? We talked about, you just said the fires in LA. Having a nest egg in the event of emergency is critical, right, to creating this wealth. And then we want to give back. Charity is something that we believe in. It's what we've been built on. And so that's a part of our percentage as well. That's about 10%. So you do that on an ideal basis. This is the foundation of creating wealth.
Okay, so real quick. So how do you feel, before we even go into how we feel about what we should do our money? If I felt it very unique that when they were explaining this, they were saying it like, this is what you should be doing with your money, no matter how much you're making. So when I heard the charity part, it was very unique to me because I'm like, okay, so you're telling me that if you're building, you should still be giving money to other people and helping other people, which is very unique because a lot of people don't understand the law of reciprocity, but I just felt it very unique that they focused a lot on not just investing, but charity and other aspects besides the 55% that they spend on regular expenses. What do you think?
Well, for one, I'm gonna start and say kudos to those brothers. If you followed their track record, it's hard to go against what they said because they have proven to have a track record of they know what they're talking about, right? So sometimes in the internet, it's hard to, figure out what's what, but they're local people somewhat, so you can chart their growth. So you have to give them credit to say they know what they're talking about. Charity, I've been giving charity my whole life. Charity is not just money. Charity is time. Charity is conversation. Charity is I have Double Door and I let people use Double Door to shoot a music video. I donate balloons. I donate my time. So yeah, you have to, charity is always not about money, but time, and time is money. So, you know, all of the things is important to put away. How you put it away depends on where you are in your life, right? It's different. And I'm sure, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm pretty sure the advice they give today and what to put away maybe not be the advice they had 20 years ago for themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's easier when you have it to do certain things.
I mean, I do think that right now, in the unique place that we are in the world at this moment, that a lot of stuff, most of the stuff that they're saying needs to be applied now because the window is going to close. So, with just like with the way AI and all these things, these are things that didn't exist when we was growing up in the 80s and the 90s. We missed the dot-com bubble. We missed a lot of different things. So not to say that history doesn't repeat itself and more opportunities are not going to come, But these type of opportunities and getting 100% returns every year and all that, we don't know how long this is going to last. So I do feel like a lot that they say when it comes to investing is very important. And I can just say this from my own personal experience, because I've made a lot of money in my lifetime and I spent a lot of money in my lifetime. And just like you, I spent almost 90% of all my money putting it back into my business, And it's not to say that I still don't put money back into my business, but what I will say is someone had told me something probably about 2 or 3 years ago, and it changed my life. And he was like, yo, so when you invest in stocks, what are you investing in? And I'm like, of course, I'm investing in a company. He was like, yeah, but you're looking at it like you're investing in this big corporation. Who runs that company? He said, if Jeff Bezos came to you right now and said, give him $100 and he gonna flip it for you, would you give it to him? And I'm like, yeah, I trust Jeff Bezos. He was like, well, then you should be invested in Jeff Bezos because you trust his thought process in business. And it made me start to realize that I could take my money and invest in CEOs, invest in people such as you, and people that I know might be better in business than I am. And I can still make money while investing in myself. So I felt like this was something important to talk about with the people, because a lot of times there's nothing wrong with us investing in ourselves, but we also have to, I don't want to say have a plan B, but have another strategy to get money. Time is the best way to get money because of compound interest. So if you put $1 and you get 1%, over time it's going to make money. So if we just learn to put money to the side and let it grow on its own, there's so many things that we can do in the future based on that time. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, this generation has them. I don't think we had them. When I first met you, if I had, you know what I'm saying?
Like, we were trying to build some stuff like this back then.
And you just got to accept where you are in life. And, you can't be begrudging on you missed that boat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm going to try my best as long as I live, to get as much as possible out of this shit. But I also know that, there's a boat that I probably just, we didn't have Earn Your Leisure.
We didn't have people that even knew about stocks, period. And from our neighborhoods, at least.
This generation should be very thankful that they have those kind of brothers that you can see and relate and say,
you even have social media though, and people giving out information. It's funny because I always think to myself, now everybody's making money off of what I was making money off years ago, because I was making money selling information because people didn't know stuff. Now everybody's selling information. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
so
yeah, man, I've been doing Facebook just popped out. I was running a chamber of commerce 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like we was ahead of our time on certain things too. And you gotta understand, sometimes you're just ahead of your time, right? Everything we was doing for the chamber 10 years ago was spot on to what's going on today. The seminars we had, the events we had, what we was trying to do. The podcast, remember we was upstairs with Steve trying to do a podcast. It wasn't even called podcast back then. We were trying to do just a TV show for public access.
TV show, word. That's a fact. We were definitely trying to get on public access.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we was filming before filming was thing. So long story short, all about that is you can't worry about what you could have, should have done. You just got to apply it today. So to the older people who haven't started investing in things, look into it. And to the younger folks, look into it. And, whether you can donate, whether you can play $100 or you can play $50, play what you can, but get into the game.
Facts. And like Dwayne said, giving is very important. Reciprocity is real. When you give, people give you back. I think a lot of people miss that boat because they think it's supposed to be the person they gave it to. You can give to someone, and that's not the person who's going to give back to you, and it might not.
Well, that's hard because I ain't going front. Sometimes I want that. Yeah, listen, BBS.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I want the person I gave to give it back most of the time.
You all do. You know what I'm saying?
But I understand what you're saying. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite, but sometimes I want that. I want that motherfucker who I gave it to give it back to me. I don't want the motherfucker 10 years from now. I want this shit now, motherfucker. I believe in you now. I want the fucking love now.
But see, the only reason you say that is because we can't calculate when we got it back. Like if you knew I gave this dude $1 and then 6 weeks from now, someone gave me that $1,000 that I got out of nowhere was from the dollar, and you could calculate it, then you would be like, yo, I want to do it because you will be able to calculate. The problem is we don't know when it come back. So it's like, yo, I done did to mad people, and ain't no one ever did for me. But that's because we don't be really analyzing who actually does for us when we receive, you know?
Yeah, but now, I'm drunk to it. Listen, I live a great life. I have, I've been blessed. I really can't complain about nothing. I do what I want to do every day, and that's a blessing.
I know it sounds, and I know it sounds easier than not, because we all get mad, we all get upset, and we wish people did certain things, but it don't always go that way. So
yeah, it don't always go that way. Like I was having a discussion with employees, and somebody asked me, how do I deal when employees leave? I say, Michael Jordan didn't retire a bull, brother.
That's a deep one.
So, and Michael Jordan could lead the Bulls. I mean, what do you want me to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't feel no way when people leave. Michael Jordan didn't retire a bull. Very, very, very. And if he cannot retire a bull, then people can leave my company. I understand that.
And everything. Sometimes the worst thing that you think might happen to you might end up turning out to the best thing that ever happened to you, as long as you're willing to accept it. You can't find your ideal spouse or your ideal mate if you ain't break up with your ex, unless you married your first girlfriend or your first boyfriend. So you got to go through that pain.
You got to go through that. So in business, if things get hard for you and people leave you in business or things don't go your way, just know that Michael Jordan did not retire a bull. And if he can leave the Bulls, anyone can leave anybody.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, after that, it's nothing to think of after that. So, yeah, man.
All right.
So invest is important. To invest in yourself, you invest in time, and invest in people. Sometimes you got to give a company or a relationship a couple of years to grow. You know what I'm saying? You don't want instant. But this generation BBS is also in a instant gratification type world right now. You know what I'm saying? Where if you don't see yourself successful right away, it can deteriorate you from trying harder.
I don't think it's just this generation. I think it's people in general now because of social media. Social media is where you see your highlights. So people think that people are living this highlight life when the truth is that's not really what it is. So everybody thinks that, and we all get caught up in it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been doing what I've been doing for a long time, and for a little while, I wanted to help people with their credit. You know what I'm saying? It's just because I learned how to do it, and I figured that's something else I could make money at. But when you double down on what you're good at and just use these tools to benefit you, you don't necessarily have to start a whole business around it. Because I think a lot of people start things because they really just don't know what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't know what they're good at. So they say, oh, this might be a good idea, or this might be a good idea. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you got to stick to something long enough to see if it's actually going to work.
Listen, I'm 25 years in, brother. Like, and listen, and it's hard because, after COVID, the world changed on me. Business plans changed on me. The internet changed. Flood of new people into the business. And you just have to learn to adapt and focus. But I got a lot of things going on, so it helps me out a lot, though. So it's hard to, I got a lot of shit going on,
Well, I'm glad you just said that about change. So I'm about to play this video, and we're going to talk about this change that's happening and see if, let me see real quick. So the next topic is companies like Waymo the future of rideshare. So I'm going to play this video real quick, and then we're going to discuss it.
Let's see. Waymo. I should have bought that name, Waymo.
Driving on freeways for more than a decade, since the beginning of the Google self-driving project.
We've really come such a long way from being able to handle shorter rides to these longer commutes that really give you time back.
The challenge on freeways is that you cannot stop. So we've built the Waymo driver to be able to react to anything that might happen.
We've put a lot of effort into testing and confirming that the Waymo driver can handle even the most unusual situations.
Taking your first autonomous ride on a freeway is an exciting, one-of-a-kind experience. We can't wait for you to try it out.
We'll be expanding access to more and more riders. We'd love to see you on the road.
Whoa.
Okay. So, you know what's crazy? What I found very unique, they said they've been doing it for 10 years. 10 years. So I don't know if they've been on the road for 10 years, but that's a long time to be having autonomous driving. And a lot of people don't even know it's even on the road. How you feel about that? Would you get in one?
Yeah, I would. I mean, I think we've gotten one plenty of times. You've gotten into airplanes.
But then it was different with pilots, though. There's not a robot driving the plane.
He has it on autopilot though. So it ain't 100%, but he has it on autopilot.
He still lands the plane though. He still makes the plane go off. He's not there at all.
I mean, not there at all. So the driver, but I mean, not in 100%. But I'm saying it's somewhat, right? It's not 100% Waymo, but it's a little bit. It's a little bit.
Yeah.
Listen, I would use one, but not all the time. And I don't know. I mean, what are you gonna do? It's a part of life.
You think it's gonna take all the jobs of all the Uber drivers and the Lyft drivers?
It would hurt it a little bit, yeah. It's gonna take people time. If over the next 10 years, if people don't get hurt and it works, it's over. Right.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like if like you said, if no one gets hurt, someone would rather do that than ride in the car someone that they don't know.
Yeah, if this is testing over the next 10 years, then this is the way. If they find a way to make it happen, and now it won't be for personal cars. No one wants that for their personal car. I don't think.
You don't think it's gonna take over the personal car industry as well?
No.
You don't think we'll have autonomous cars so no one's driving and we just getting in the car and the car's just driving around like Back to the Future?
Not if they have to make it look like that.
What do you mean with the cameras?
you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
I mean, you know they're going to get sleep with it, bro. You know they're going to get sleep with it. Eventually, you're going to be flying around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if they get slick with it. But the whole purpose, you know, like you, I don't know. I'm thinking, man, we got cars. You can't front. Like, you pull out, you get out. Like, I mean, I'm too old for this shit now, but I'm thinking the young dudes, like, they can't even style no more, dog.
I'm a young dude. You got a Lambo. I'm pulling out with the autonomous. I come out my joint, talk to me, to open the door for me on his own. I get in. I don't need no driver. I can sit in back with Shorty. Like, that's the wave. What you mean? Technology's the wave.
Yes. For if they keep the look of the car, yes. But if you have to have all those cameras on it, it ain't happening, Captain.
I mean, they're doing that to make sure they're safe right now. But I'm sure they're gonna come up with some, I'm sure they even probably already have it already. But
I don't want to drive now, so I don't mind it. I hate driving, right? I hate driving for so many reasons. I could be doing things, I could be sleeping, I could be working, I could be talking. I don't want to look for parking. I just want to pull up and leave. I just want to get in the car. I want it warm when I come in. So I am Waymo supporter, but I'd rather have a driver.
I'm thinking about, because I like traveling across states, but I like to go in the car so I could stop different places and look around. So I ain't got to drive. I could just sit back in the car, drive me state to state. Yo, that's fire. Like,
listen, I don't like driving, so I don't have a problem with it. I just don't think until they change the look of these cars, yeah. But for will I get in it to go to the airport? Someone pick me up from my house, take me to the airport? Hell yeah. I'll do that shit tomorrow. Call me one now. They're not in New York like that though.
So what would you suggest to all the people that, let's say, do Uber, Lyft, or work for Amazon? Do you think their jobs are in jeopardy? And if so, what should they be making arrangements to do now? Should you be trying to get your money up so that you can eventually get your own autonomous car and rent it out? Or should you just be looking for another job? Like, what's the move?
Figure your situation out. If you can afford to if that's the industry for a while. But I think they're safe for a long, 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 long time. I mean, I think this is at least
I don't know about that.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. You're at least a 10. Time flies, right? Time flies. But COVID was only 5 years ago, right? So you still, and not too much hasn't really changed in five years. A lot have changed, but I think I think it's at least 15 years away before Uber drivers.
Nah. The reason I say nah is because AI is changing everything. So all you
Yeah,
really
but
need is the AI to be able to not crash. That's it.
but they
Before
have
we
to
ain't got that
prove that.
technology.
They have to prove that over a few runs though, because
But they
one,
already been
listen,
doing it. They got it in a couple of states. And they've
yeah,
been that's what I'm saying. That's why I played it.
they don't have.
They look like they've been doing it for a minute.
Listen, we're talking from I'm talking from an uneducated, only
Yeah,
living
we
in New
never
York.
rode in it. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know what's going on in Nebraska and the motherfucking long ass roads. I'm talking about the Vernon. I don't know right now.
You know,
The Vernon is at least 20 years
You're
away
gonna be in the
from
Vernon.
that car. The Vernon's at least Mount Vernon's at least 20 years away. The Bronx is at least 15
Now
years
you
away.
said that.
White Plains Road and 233rd.
Do you think that that's a problem to be in the hood? Like, do you think if those type of cars were in the hood, that they'll be subject to robberies or anything of that nature
Just the
because
way
there's
the
no
movement,
driver?
just the movement of the hood. How's that car getting up 4th Avenue? How's that car getting down 233rd in the summertime on White Plains Road?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
I
I
don't
don't know
know.
what type of features they have to protect it. I don't know.
If they don't have, my youth, move your blood clot. If they don't have that feature in it, it ain't happening on 233rd, right?
So you
If
can
it
press a
doesn't
button and tell
understand,
someone to move your blood clot car.
move your fucking blood clot. Yeah,
But
if it
if you
don't
think
have
about it,
that,
once they have the autonomous cars, if everybody got one, you ain't gonna have to go through stuff like that. There's gonna be places you
but
can't park cars to be able to park themselves.
once again, I do not disagree with you. I just think that's at least from my perspective of knowing where I live and grew up at, I don't see that happening over the next, I think that's at least a good 15-year window before that's really a problem. So they have 15 years to put themselves together. Now, if they live in California, Florida Uber drivers, they may want to, figure that
So
out.
what you
New
saying
York
that?
Uber drivers got some chance, got longer
So what you
rope.
saying that? You think we'll have robots in the crib before we'll have those type of cars on the road?
Once again, I think they simultaneously. New
So
York,
you think both of them is about 15 years out?
yeah. And then, listen, like robots is only good for homes, you know what I'm saying? Because robots may not even be good for a rich person because you just don't have the space, even though you're rich, because those apartment buildings in Manhattan can't take certain sizes things. You know what I'm saying?
But if
So
the robot is like me or you, and he walks around and he picks stuff up and does stuff like a person, what do you mean? He could be in my crib, standing in the corner, doing what I'm asking him to do.
I mean, it's true. It's like, it's true.
Like in iRobot, he go charge himself. You know what I'm saying?
All right in the corner. It's true.
Because you know, guys is already doing what they're doing with the female bots and all that. So
really,
I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that next week. Where they
that's
literally
wild.
have bots where you can order exactly how you want it to look, breasts, bosoms, butt, all that, and they have literal sex shops where you can go have sex with these dolls.
That's extreme. That's a weirdo. But
So
I understand weirdo technology.
Got that already. Imagine when they put a brain in it, where now it can walk around and talk to you. People are gonna be having a rent a girlfriend.
Yeah, I didn't think about a stranger in the corner because that was looking weird. Like that felt weird, like some fucking movie shit. So yes, I never thought the dude or the girl can be in the closet. You open up a closet and a 6'2" human being is there waiting as a robot. Very possible, yes.
Yeah,
I'm thinking robot like on wheels, like the Jetsons, Big Rosie on wheels. I was thinking about Rosie from the Jetsons.
They gonna be building stuff to look just like me and you. You ain't gonna be. I was funny. I was saying that you think we got it bad when we don't know a man from a woman. Imagine we don't know a robot from a human.
That's wild. I mean, listen, hopefully, I have a good business that I don't have to I think I have a good AI free business for a while. And for those who do live in AI worlds, please think of it. Because, you're right. We talk about it all the time. There's certain people in my company that I couldn't just hire anymore because I have AI to handle certain things. Like a strategist. Who needs a strategist? You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I have 12 of them, 24 hours. And they haven't failed me neither. I've really been testing this. It hasn't failed me. That my Sentra AI thing, it really hasn't failed me, and I'm shocked that it's really been a game changer. Yeah, it's really helped me in business. So yes, and AI is going to matter. To what extent, how long, I don't know. All I can say is figure out, don't ignore it. Figure out what you can do, but don't fight it, and don't be ignorant against it and be like, oh, and don't be mad at it. What can you be mad at something that's gonna that is here to stay?
It's just crazy because I adjusted things, so I'm all for whatever happens. But what makes me a little nervous is just how easily we can get desensitized for things we were against, just by getting it put in our face constantly, and the next it's like, oh, it's okay now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just, what are they gonna make okay next? You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you gotta be careful because this is our first show.
Like,
this is our first show, but if we say the wrong thing on this show, we'll be canceled and won't get the show too.
Cancel
so
culture,
careful,
you know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to get used to stuff, what I can and can't say on social media because I'm just me. But at the end of the day, people are gonna still be them, but we got to be prepared, people, and be very careful with what we allow to go into our minds. What you see and what you look at goes into your brain, and that's what your brain remembers. Your brain remembers pictures, sounds, and words. So when you understand this, you understand that what you put into your mind, even if it's something that you're just doing for entertainment, it never goes away. And if you look at it long enough, your mind starts to think it might be reality. So be very careful with what you put into your brain. All right, so let's go to this next topic real quick. So the next topic.
So Waymo all the way.
Yeah, Waymo all the way. I'm with Waymo. I'm with it. So AI restore Beanie Siegel's voice. Is this okay? So everybody's been talking about the AI movement and how AI is destroying everything. But in this particular situation, Beanie Siegel got his voice back. Now, for people that don't know, Beanie Siegel was in an accident. If I'm correct, don't quote me, but if I'm correct, Beanie Siegel was in an accident that messed up his voice. So if you ever really hear him talking interviews and stuff like that, he has a very raspy voice now. He can't speak the way he normally was on tracks. But let me play this clip real quick so y'all can hear this new song he's coming out with, just to see how AI cleaned up his voice. And I heard he has something coming out with Jadakiss.
My youngin' in the county getting rich off cake too, and strips that's a box. Addicted to the hash for filling up the cash vault. We don't do the idle speak, we just at the cash talk. We got the blueprint, you can't trace us. Niggas just draw with that Reggie like the Pacers. It's a buck and out when Ruck come round. We're screaming hot when our truck touch down. Yeah, addicted to the streets, I can't shake.
Okay.
Beanie always been one of the best.
It's funny. It's funny when I heard he sounds the same to me like he did before. I have only heard like one or two interviews where I heard his.
So when you say AI give him his voice back, what do you mean? Did he have surgery or he talks?
No, so he basically
and then
he spits and then the AI cleans it up and makes it clear the way it used to sound. He probably implemented a bunch of songs that he had from the past, and then when he does the new tracks, he implements it and it takes that voice.
I mean, that's good for him. The only issue he may have is how he's going to do that live, right? So he can't do that live.
I mean, at his age,
can,
I don't
but
think
he will always.
He really delivered it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly.
You know, he wrote the rap, so I don't think people really care if he played. I mean, it over.
If it's give him the confidence to hit the stage and be who he needs to be, I'm all for it.
But there's some people out there that's like, well, it's not him anymore. He needs to adjust to where he's at. And it's like, I think.
Yeah, but those are the same people. But those are the same people who's gonna go to the concert and say he sound like shit. They want their money back.
Yeah.
Fuck
Can't please everybody.
There you go. Those are the same people. Those are the same people that's going to.
I'm with him doing that, and I'm with the AI artists. Like I talked a lot about the AI artists. A lot of people are against the AI artists, but to me, that girl writes some amazing lyrics. Number one, because I'm very when it comes to lyrics, That's very important to me. But then she has a passion and a soul that she's singing from, even though it's not a soul. Don't misquote me. I know the AI don't have a soul, but the way the AI sings the songs, I haven't heard songs like that in years.
Yo.
So I think it's positive. Like if it makes you feel good when you listen to it, it's kind of like eating some food that no one told you what it was and you said it was good until they told you what it was and you're like, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you like it, you like it. It shouldn't matter.
I mean, yeah, listen, easier for us to say because we're not artists. I'm sure we was artists, we would like hate this shit, right? But there's
I mean, I am an artist.
I'm sure club promoters are happy because they don't have to pay a performing artist fee for that track. They can just play it and make wild money. But you know, listen.
Not necessarily. Because she has the girl that wrote it. She has all right to that music. So whatever.
I thought it was an AI person.
No,
it's a real person.
It's a real person that writes the lyrics, and she uses an AI program to make it into music. So she got the record deal. Even though they're saying that AI got the record deal, a person is the one that actually got the record deal.
So how she's gonna perform that? Through lip singing?
She doesn't perform. She lets everyone know I'm not a singer. I created this AI person as a representation of what I wanted to express in the world. So everybody knows that it's AI, but people are upset because she got a record deal. So it's like, how you give an AI a record deal? But it's a person actually writing the lyrics, and the person is putting this together. It's her art on work. It's her intellectual property. So if her intellectual property is getting the hits on YouTube, is getting the hits on Spotify, is getting hits all over the place, then why should she not get paid? Because she did as much work as any other artist. She just can't sing. So what's the difference between her selling her music to an artist that sings or creating an AI to have it sing? Either way, she should get paid for her work.
Yeah. So she's a songwriter.
Basically. But I don't know. Now, don't misquote me. I don't know the details on how the AI takes her lyrics and make it into a song. She might not necessarily write the song. She might just be writing the lyrics, and then the AI program might create the melody. That part I don't necessarily know. But whatever it is, the outcome is superb. The outcome is professional. The outcome is amazing. So if the outcome is amazing, why is it that people care so much about an outcome on how you got there if the outcome is amazing? And people do this in life all the time, like with the dumbest things.
People didn't like cell phones, and now they love them.
Well, I mean, when the cell phone was as big as a suitcase, you wouldn't want to take that around either. But I'm just saying that people get so caught up in how something is done that they forget about what they received from what was done. So it's like you get something you like, and then you find out this person gave it to you. Now you mad. Now you don't want it. Now you all upset. I don't want it. I don't like him no more. But you got what you wanted. So why do you care? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I think that people get so caught up, and I think a lot of people that talk are the ones that don't have the talent. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that people that have talent are not the ones talking as well, but I think when you learn to just adjust to where you are instead of complaining on what it is, you can do a lot more.
You know, listen, that's complaining is a waste of time because no one cares, and the situation still is going to be there. So you just got to do what you got to do to just dig yourself out of it. And that's what I've learned the best, to just, you know, focus and just try to do the best. And, you know, it's hard. I mess up every day in life. I am someone who fights procrastination, all the things I have. But all the things I have, BBS, I think I'm at like 60% of my best. And I have a lot. And that's a lot I'm leaving on the table. So every day I wake up trying to get that other 40% going. I think I'm leaving 40% on the table.
How is it? How do you feel when you admit that to yourself? A lot of people can admit certain things to themselves. So when you tell yourself that, how does it feel inside? Is it hard for you to do? Is it something that you do on a regular? And how do you use that to become better?
The only way you can become better is you have to say to yourself, and it's just like an athlete, right? You can't, you have to perform. So if you go to a game and you drop 4 into in 4 plays and you watch the film, you got to go back out there right after film and try to do better. So I'm just trained in my mind to do that because I'm an athlete. I've been playing sports all my life, and you watch yourself mess up on film, you have to go back out there and try, or you got to quit. I've never quit. So, and I'm not gonna lie to myself. I know there's a lot. I'm leaving some stuff on the table. I got to figure out how to maximize that 40%. So if I'm not real to myself, then I'm losing. So I think that's what's always keep me going ahead. I'm not lying to myself. I won't lie to myself. I may bullshit other things, but I won't lie to myself. You know what I'm saying?
I think that what you're saying is key too, even when we get into our final thing, which is going to be the elephant in the room, but just being honest with ourselves on not just where we are in life, but what we do has consequences, good or bad, the decisions that we make. And we can't always try to point fingers just because it came in a certain way that we might not have liked, right? So this last question, I didn't really want to talk about it, but everybody is, and I feel like it's something that we should address real quick. And it's about the Diddy situation. Is the Diddy documentary karmic retribution or just a black on black attack? So, you know, a lot of people have been talking about 50 Cent coming up with this documentary. There's a lot of people that's
Did you watch it?
him. I watched part of it. What happened was I wasn't going to watch it at all. But then I went to the barbershop to get a haircut and they were playing it. And it was showing me things that was just like, wow, like, how did he even get this footage? Like, they're playing this? And it was bugging me out. So then, of course, my wife wanted to watch it. So I started watching parts of it. And it let me play this clip real quick, and then we're going to discuss it. But it was very interesting. Let me play this clip real quick.
How they respond. I'm saying as a real person, you could pick your choice, but you don't get to pick your consequence. That's not how life works. You make your decision, but you don't get to pick your consequence.
So let me play it real quick.
I don't get to play with people's life and then determine how they respond. I'm saying as a real person.
So that key part right there, I wanted to address, right? So, because it's funny, because this is a conversation I've had with a couple of people, not just about the Diddy situation, but just in life in general, when he said, you can't do things to people and then dictate how they respond to it, right? So, and I want to say, I'm not condoning nothing that 50 has done or anything against another black man, but it's something that a guy told me years ago, and he was like, when you dealing with another man's woman, you don't know what he would do. There's men out there that if you talk to their woman, they'll kill you. So when you are dating other men's women, taking women from other men, showcasing it, you don't know the type of retribution or how hard someone will go to get you back for what you did. And this is just based on women. We're not even talking about all the other stuff that you've seen in the documentary. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people could be mad at 50 Cent, and I'm not saying he's right, but what I'm saying is when you do something to someone, if you smack someone, you can't be mad what they do after you smack them. They might kick you down the steps, and you could be like, I just smacked you. Yeah, well, I don't take smacks, so I'd rather destroy the person after I get smacked. So you got to be very careful with what you do and who you do it to. And then the second thing is some things are outside of our power. Some people are just catalysts for the creator or higher power to alert the world or to give you a karmic debt that's deserved for what you've done. So this person might just be the catalyst. Like, you know, my sensei says all the time, I'm the one that you need to do something to let you know to never do it again. Because if you do it to me, I'm coming for you. So this person might have got away with that with a couple of people. But then when he did it to this person came and was so ruthless. It was like, oh, wait, this is too much. But nah, you got away with that a lot. And now God sent someone else to you that wasn't going to play them games. So that's just what I have to say about it. I'm not condoning anything, but what I will say is when you do things in the dark, they will eventually come to light.
I mean, you know, watching that, I saw it, and you know, so we all grew up around Puff, and in the sense that we heard different things and all that kind of stuff. obviously he lost himself somewhere along the way. I'm not gonna judge because, like you said, no one lives. We all hope that. I, I don't think my thing is as any crazy as his, but we all, like you said, have a past, have a life. You got to know. I understand 50 because you know this is my son's mother. She may be whatever she is, but I want my son or I want my kids to respect their mother at all times. So I'm not saying any woman deserves to be treated like he treated her, but you could have picked a different woman that maybe you don't know the person. Not that is right, because I have 3 daughters, so I don't want to just string out any woman and say, any woman's up for grabs. But because no man would want their baby mother to be exposed like that, and their kids have to deal with that. And I don't think Diddy thought that far out. But he was long gone by the time Puffy girl came along. So that's the only reason why I think. I mean, but before 50 girl, he was when by the time 50 girl seems like watching documentary got into Diddy's life, he was already at 100.
And I don't know if any of this is true, but my thing is he was going after people's women. Like, the lifestyle I came from. You know what I'm saying?
But
so
he put in the
I know
song,
what it's like.
Don't leave your girl around me.
Yeah, but see, it's a difference when you doing things in the dark. Like, I was like, a lot of people that might not know my life, but I used to be around a lot of models. I used to manage models. I used to be in the clubs and all, strip clubs and all that. I used to have a lot of girls around, and a lot of these girls have boyfriends. And you know what happens in the dark, stays in the dark. We were doing a lot of stuff, right? But you didn't see me pursuing these dudes' girls like I wanted them to be mine, and then announcing it to the world like, yeah, I took your girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a whole nother level of disrespect, bro. I understand you trying to show I'm the top dog, but when you keep showing you the top dog, someone's gonna come for your head. That's just the way it is. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So you gotta know how to, and sometimes I just feel like sometimes when you get away
growing
with
up,
things wrong,
you lose
start
it.
to
You
think
lost,
that
you
it's impossible, and nothing's impossible.
The girl thing, I don't understand. Growing up, if I knew a girl held hands with another dude, I was good.
I'm not messing with facts. Like, that's just, you know what I'm saying?
I wanted my own experience. I don't want to share the experience. I wanted my own.
Sidebar, I gotta say this real quick, and this is no jab to Puff and none of these entertainers, but what is it with having this fantasy of this woman that you have in your mind so much that you just have to have her? Like, she's the only specimen of this that you have to have. Like, if you've been with enough women, just like men, that everyone is more than what you think that they are, or less than what you think that they are. When you finally get them, you love certain things about them and you hate certain things about them. No one's perfect. No one is just this glorious thing that you just can't get out of or find something just as good. Yeah, you have connections with people, and we have a genuine connection. That's hard to find. But having this fantasy of, I just want Kim Kardashian and I just have to have her, no matter how she treats me, I just have to have her. Like, I don't understand this mentality. You have to have the woman that makes you feel good about you. You have to have the woman that supports you in what you're doing. You have to have the woman that can help take you to the next level by whether it's just supporting you what you're doing or helping you make better plans with what you're doing. But you need someone that's really with you, not this fantasy ideal. I can't wait.
But my guy obviously been doing this for a long time, and he just lost himself. Like, I mean, listen, you don't feel for him, but he lost himself. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then he had nobody there that could, like, knew he lost himself when he didn't pay Cassidy, knowing what he did, knowing that he paid. Homie, you know how lost you got to be to pay for a tape, but then don't pay the person who's on the tape?
I mean, maybe he think she was going to go out. I ain't going to talk about her. I think she planned a lot of stuff that she was doing, but I don't know.
No, I mean, listen, I'm not judging it. I'm not judging.
Just like the guy with the footage. Why would you not pay to get that footage? With all the stuff he was going through, why would he not pay to get all his footage from every person that knows him?
Because
like, you know what I'm saying?
Because he got locked up, and the day he got locked up, he probably forgot he even filmed that shit like that.
Yeah,
I'm not making no excuse to him, but I
when you in
mean,
that
like,
type
you know what I'm saying?
when you
Like,
go through that type of scrutiny, you got to be thinking of these type of things.
well, yeah, well,
Like it's like
listen.
you can't be a king and not thinking that someone's always coming for your head. You can't get that comfortable. That's why absolute power absolutely corrupts, because you get so comfortable you think it's impossible.
Well, yeah, and that's exactly what happened to him. There's nothing. He was at the top of the totem pole with no one over him that can check him. And if you uncheckable, you can lose
we can
yourself.
learn from this, like what you said. If we can learn from this, whether it was him or Kelly, having a friend or having a person around you that can keep you grounded and remind you of who you are. And not just having that person around, but you respecting what that person has to say. Because a lot of people, they get too big for their bridges, and now no one can't tell them nothing. So you got to have that person that can keep you grounded. And I think that people like Jay-Z, I think that's what helped people like Jay-Z, because he's always had people he still looked up to that he kept around him. So even though he might be in a higher position, he still respects this person. So this person can still keep him grounded in knowing who he is. Not to say that he hasn't done things just like everybody else, but I'm just saying that him, 50, there's just certain people that move in a certain way that keeps them at least out of the light when it comes to certain things. And not to say that they can't get exposed, but I just think that knowing how to move in these certain situations, having good people around you is very important.
It's very important. I mean, and our guy had that for a long. When you hear the stories of what was going on, you like, get the fuck out of here. Because them shits is like, how did he keep all that shit under wraps, yo?
I mean, when
like
you got money,
the one thing I gained out of this, and I'm telling you, he made me feel, I had to check myself. I was like, yo, Puffy's a real live drug addict and built an empire. And here I do, smoke one spliff and can't fucking finish my shit. I gotta really
that part.
That part. I smoke one spliff and I'm ready to go to bed. This nigga's on every drug in the world and creating magic. I'm like, I felt ashamed of myself.
Yo, sometimes the drugs help you create magic, though. You know what I'm saying? They be seeing magic.
Shit, I can't smoke a spliff and stay up. This nigga's on. I had drugs I never heard before, and he's done. So I'm like, damn. So his work ethic is phenomenal. I listen. I feel for everybody that felt hurt by him or they felt wrong by him. I'm not making no excuse, but selfishly for me, I felt ashamed. Like, damn, this nigga is a fucking real live drug addict and really like.
And he's still up. No matter what happens, he's still gonna be up. He's still got a better life than 99.9% of the people on this planet.
Yeah, Puff made a mistake. He learned. Hopefully, he learned from it. And then he got to accept his fate of you can't come back from this in the sense of being as popular as you want. And and we all learn from things. One, don't sue somebody when you know you got shit fucked up. Him suing a liquor company knowing his life was like this is a little crazy. Like now they don't look bad anymore because they look like, yeah, of course we can. Look at he wants. How are you gonna give him our brand? Look at him. Mm-hmm. Right? So
be careful. Yep. Be very careful.
Don't know why. After learning all of this, don't know why he sued them. I don't know why he sued the liquor company. I don't know why he wouldn't just pay Cassidy after learning about, because these things is coming out of the case. Whether she was implicit in it or what, after learning about the case and hearing the stories, once you pay the hotel footage off, you're gonna have to pay everything else off that come along with that. Because or own up or just put it out yourself and say, yo, I did this. This is me. I messed up and moved on. He could have got ahead of this years ago, but hey, listen, man, it helped me.
In order for him to get ahead of it, he had to admit to himself there was a problem in the first place.
Once again, yeah, I just told you. I know that I have a problem. My business, I'm at 60%. I need to be at 40. So maybe you gotta, and obviously, money doesn't help you doing that. Money doesn't help you do that because he got way more money than me, but he can't see that he was running at 60% and not 40. He left another 40% on the table because he had the money to hide it. I don't have the money to hide my mistakes as much as he has his money. So I feel my bad 40% more than he does. Mm-hmm. Feel me? Because money can hide certain things. So
this also shows you that sometimes money can make a worse life for you. Like Biggie said, more money, more problems. Just understand that if you haven't reached your potential, right before we go, I want to tell you about this. If you haven't reached the potential of income that you say that you want, it might be because you're not mentally ready for it. Because sometimes when you get what you want and you're not ready for it, it can really mess your life up or actually collapse everything you got going on. You've seen it on Shark Tank when people get that, they pop and they're not ready for that inventory and it collapses their business. So sometimes you got to be grateful that you're not there yet because you're on a learning step.
So 20 years ago, we were all would have wanted to be Puff. Who wants to be Puff today?
Facts.
Take away the money part. Take the money part away, right? Because if you can't take him without the money. Even with all his money, people still don't want to be him.
And then on the flip side, 20 years ago, nobody wanted to be 50. And now look at him. Who wants to be 50? So anything can change at any moment.
Yeah, be happy with your growth and with who you are. I tell all entrepreneurs that, like, don't look at me and be like, oh, I want what you have. I'm not looking at you to say I want what you have, because you don't know my plight. And I don't know your plight. And business is so different. I think 20 years ago, being an entrepreneur was not cool. You was a bum.
At all.
You was uneducated. You was chasing dreams. Now it's like, oh, you're an entrepreneur.
You need to get a real job. I mean, we done heard it all, especially back then. You know what I'm saying? It was different.
Now it's like, oh, you're an entrepreneur. Now everybody want to be an entrepreneur.
But once again, it's like we all know, the people that change history are usually the people that are doing what no one else wants to do. And then once everybody else wants to do it, that's when the history's changed. And now it's no longer the same. So in these times of being an entrepreneur and everybody wanting to be an entrepreneur, make sure y'all stacking that bread, investing it, putting it somewhere safe, growing it, and looking towards the future, because AI is going to change things. A lot of things are changing, and we want to stay in tune and stay ahead of the curve. So I appreciate everyone for tuning in. I appreciate
you, man. See you next week. Have a good week.
Back here at 7 p.m. next week. I'll email
Holiday Monday.
Yeah, every Monday at 7 p.m. I'm going to email everyone. This is our first one that me and Dwayne are doing, so we're going to be live every Monday. We're going to email and post what the topic's going to be about so everybody can tune in if it's something that you're interested in. I really appreciate everyone. I hope everyone's staying tuned. Have a nice weekend. Let's get this money.
Yo, happy holidays.
Peace.
First day of Hanukkah. Peace.
Happy holidays.
You shut down?
I'm trying to shut it down. I don't know what it's doing.